YouTube, it's Ace from Fit to Play Games. Today is April 17, 2019, and 17 happens to be my favorite number. So, we are going to take a look at 17 things that I picked up for this week's Game Pickup episode number 4. So, grab that coffee of yours, have a seat, and relax. So welcome back, guys. We are going to open 17 things that I bought for this week's Game Pickup episode number 4. So first things first, without any more waiting, we're going to go ahead and dive into this. It's a pretty rare game that I picked up this week. It's called Juggernaut. So this game is basically one of those rare releases from PlayStation where as the player, you are put into a situation where you are the boyfriend of a girl who all of a sudden gets possessed by an evil demon that is trapped inside a bottle. So as you guys can see in the video here, as you can see, it's like a survival horror-esque, but not really, because it doesn't have the function where you get to control your character and you get to go around different areas of the house. Of course, in this game you get to basically go inside an entire mansion, which is represented by your girlfriend's different her mind was broken into pieces by the demon, so that's what represents her entire being. So basically you have to help her piece herself back together in order to save her from this demon that was it coming up here. That's the bottle where the demon was trapped, and it suddenly broke, and basically it possessed her and put her mind into different pieces in order to just take over her. So basically, as the boyfriend, you have to do the major sacrifices as everything kind of unravels to help her. So guys, next on the list I have here The Third Birthday, which features Aya Brea. If you guys remember Aya Brea, she was the protagonist for Parasite Eve 1 and Parasite Eve 2 on the original PlayStation. The reason I picked it up is because I'm a big fan of the whole Parasite Eve series, and might I say, this game is kind of a little bit harder to find. When I went to go to the retro store to buy it, when I saw this was the only copy that they have. So I went to just go ahead and pick it up. Otherwise, I don't have my wirings to show you guys gameplay today, but I will certainly go ahead and find that so I can show you guys the next time. This is definitely an excellent pickup, in my opinion. Alright, so number 3. We are number 3 today. We have Red Dead Revolver. I was about to say Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Revolver. I wish I picked up this game for the PlayStation 2 a long time ago, but I kind of got into my Xbox One, the original Xbox, and I played it there. But it doesn't matter where you play it, this is still an excellent game. Either systems would play it, flawlessly. As you guys can see, I actually have a gameplay for the PlayStation 2 here. I'll show you guys. This is before you guys actually heard, if any of you guys actually ever heard of Red Dead Redemption, this was I would say, the very first Red Dead. Obviously, it's Red Dead Revolver. Anyway, enough about me. Check it out right here. So basically, you are the last of your family, as somebody ordered to have your entire family killed, or, take whatever your pa has gained from his travels, and basically you're out for revenge and to try and find out who ordered it, and in the process you also do other side quests while you explore. So moving on to number 4, we have Freedom Fighters. Definitely a good game for its age. This game reminds me a lot of the movie Red Dawn, when the US was invaded by North Korea in the whole movie. And this also reminds me a lot of Homefront, which I played on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. So definitely a good game to pick up if you guys want to check out the footage. If you want to pick this game up, it's right over here. So like I said, it's a game that actually requires you to help other people and recruit people into your group in order to push back the invaders. Guys, so moving on to number 5, we have Broken Sword. So this game is basically a puzzle-style role-playing game similar to Juggernaut. The game allows you to go into different areas and see anything that shines and indicates that you're able to interact with that certain object that helps you solve the puzzles that are presented to you in a certain scenario in the game. It's pretty interesting. I can't wait to play it. Alright guys, so moving on to number 6, we have Need for Speed Underground. The reason I picked this game up because it allows me to customize different vehicles that I do not own in real life and see what potential they are with certain different parts that are available in game. So check out the footage right here. It's very smooth being played on the original Xbox. As you guys can see, it looks so smooth with the drag racing option on the Xbox original. Even though I blown an engine, I would play this again in an Xbox. Alright guys, so moving on to number 7, we have Enter the Matrix. I've only actually just played this game on my PlayStation 2 system. I've never actually played it for the original Xbox. Now, I do have a copy, so I'll play the heck out of it. And this was just a very good movie that I've watched a long time ago, and I've been fascinated with this movie and how the Matrix was created ever since. So now I have a copy for the Xbox original. Check out the footage that I've taken. It's actually pretty cool. So if you guys take a look at the fighting mechanics of this game, it's definitely smooth. I'm not even using the focus yet, but every button that I press registers just fine. This game is definitely something that you guys should pick up if you ever come across it. It's such a treat to play. I guarantee it. Alright guys, so that takes us to number 8. We have Darkness 2. This game is such an excellent game. The first one was an amazing had an amazing story with Jackie Staccato being the mob hitman, and now he's back in part 2. Why am I even talking? Check out the little bit of game footage that I have for you guys here. So if you guys take a look at part 2, it definitely has gotten even better. The first one was an amazing game. Second one, top notch. So this was definitely a good pickup for me this week. Alright guys, so at number 9, we have Two Worlds. Now before you guys judge me, the only reason I picked this up is because I picked up the very first one, which is Two Worlds, a long time ago when it first came out. Not a lot of people actually liked that game. The first one was such a horrible game. It definitely tanked. I thought it had potential, but it just looked like a crappy 2D that was just put together in one day and released the same following day. It was just horrible. Instead of getting a lot of praises and stuff, and I thought this company could have done so much better, that game was definitely destroyed by a lot of people's criticism, but definitely they improved on part 2. So check out the little footage that I have for you guys here. Like I was telling you guys earlier, the first Two World was such a horrible game. I tried it, I gave it a chance if it was probably something that I would want to play, but after the first mission, I definitely gave up right away just because it didn't interest me at all. The game mechanics was horrible, but definitely if you take a look at part 2 here, they already made so much improvements on the cinematics, and this is what it looks like in game. So definitely something good to pick up if you ever see it in a retro store. Alright guys, so moving on to number 10, we have Jericho. So for all of you guys who have played this game, can you guys clarify if the leader of the Team Jericho is the voice of Solid Snake from Metal Gear? Just because he sounds exactly like him. The way he talks, the mannerism of his voice, the raspiness a little bit of his voice sounds exactly like Solid Snake. So tell me in the comments below, alright guys? So anyway, this is a little bit of footage. I just recently got started to play it, so don't judge me, please. Basically, Team Jericho was constructed by the government to take on supernatural things. So basically, some of the government members don't know about them. Alright guys, so moving on to number 11. I don't think I ever told you who my favorite superhero is, but today you guys will find out. I'm actually a big fan of the Incredible Hulk. Yes, he's my favorite superhero just because when he gets angry, all he does is smash. And most kids, me like myself growing up, Hulk smash was the most infamous thing that he does, and I like it. And this was actually a very good game that I played way back in the day, and I still enjoy up to today. If you guys take a look at my footage right here, check it out. Right, so the Incredible Hulk. Now I'm trying to think and compare this to the original Hulk game that they had on the original Xbox. That compared to this was just a complete utter nonsense. This is just how Hulk should look like, and this is how Hulk should be played in a video game. I think this one is one of the best Hulk games I've ever played, just because the detail is great, and definitely the gameplay mechanics is polished. And now I understand why this Hulk game is still expensive to today, just because it was really well made. So definitely a good pickup if you guys come across it. Alright guys, so moving on to number 12, we have Alpha Protocol. Actually a very good game. I didn't realize how good it was until I looked who created it, and guess who made it? Obsidian. We all know that Obsidian actually is a good company that creates good tactical espionage games, and this was definitely by far a pretty good game. I've only recently tried it. I've played at least for an hour or two with it, and I think I'm actually liking it. So if you guys want to check it out, and if you want to add this into your arsenal of games, definitely check this out right here. Alright, so going back from the beginning of this game, I didn't realize until now how well polished this game is. The mechanics of the game is definitely well thought of, and the buttons and everything seems to sync properly, and I can't really say anything bad about this game, so I'm probably gonna play more, and then maybe in the future I can talk to you guys about it a little bit more, just because it's a very excellent game. If you guys come across it from a retro store that I got this from, this was only $2.99, so definitely a good buy. Alright guys, so moving on to number 13, we have Saints Row. I played Saints Row 2, 3, and 4 and finished those games, but I don't think I ever finished the original Saints Row. And that's probably one of the reasons why I picked it up. It's definitely a good game. I still have my save game, so I'll show you guys what's what and what it looks like to today. It still looks like it's very up to date. Alright guys, so I have a confession to make. Not being able to finish Saints Row 1 leaves a horrible, horrible taste in my mouth. I feel so unaccomplished, but at least having this copy with me, knowing that I have the copy now, I can start binge playing this game and actually unlock more achievements from this game from prior to my previous gameplay. So definitely a good pickup. If you guys come across it, don't second thought yourself, pick it up. Alright guys, so we're nearing the end. I'll show you number 14 right now, which is Singularity. Now, I was so surprised when I played this game. I can't believe how well polished, how good the game is. I should just shut up right now. I'll show you guys what it looks like in game. It's just impressive. As I played this game, I came to a realization that this game was actually a very good game. Activision did a really great job in this by putting the Call of Duty aspect and movements and gameplay into this first-person shooter. I was really impressed. Definitely something that you guys should pick up, and the storyline is great too. So definitely good. Alright guys, we are now at number 15. Without any more delays, let me show you what it is. Yes, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. Such a good game when it came out. It definitely was something fresh, something geeks like us wanted to see, something different from the Star Wars The Old Republic canon game. And this was definitely something different that they brought in the table, and it was very excellent. I should shut up now and show you a little bit of my gameplay. You are Starkiller. You are basically Darth Vader's secret apprentice after you were taken away as a child from your father after Darth Vader killed your dad. And basically you do his bidding, And as you gotten older, he taught you about the Force, but he never taught you the way they would teach it in the Jedi Enclave. He taught it to you the way the dark Sith would teach their apprentice. And this what got me into the game. Alright guys, so we're nearing the end. I want to congratulate you guys for staying with me for this long. But we're in the last 2 items that I have picked up from that retro store, and let's get into it. So at number 16, I picked up the StarCraft 2 Protoss Pylon desktop power station. Basically, it's a USB charger for your phones. And I thought, you know, it was just the display, it was already used, but then when I went to go ahead and pick it up, took it off from their shelves and I taken a look at it, it still has its original those industrial wirings to keep it in place. So, and then if you look at it closely, it's still taped. So basically this was never used. And I was looking at it online for a while. This was going for $29 to $40, and definitely a good collectible if you guys are collecting things. But to me, I'm actually gonna be using it. And if you guys want to know the price, this is how much I paid for. So definitely a good buy. They took out the price on it just because they probably want to have this sold instantly. So definitely something fantastic to add into my collection. I'm also a big fan of StarCraft. I mean, I played religiously the original StarCraft with a lot of my friends. And yeah, definitely some very good experience. And StarCraft 2 was another exceptional game from Blizzard, definitely. And last but not the least, number 17, and you guys, it's the Star Wars. I picked this up from a retro store. It's a Star Wars Special Edition, the visual guide. And guys, please don't judge me. I'm not really a big fan of Star Wars. Not ever. I'm never a fan of Star Wars. I'm not the biggest fan. Oh, or am I? I actually geek out when it comes to Star Wars, and you guys probably know about that. And this is one of the lightsabers that I own, but yeah, so that's basically it, guys. This was just a guide to the universe of Star Wars, and it tells you about, you know, little information on how the Jedi works, about how the Sith were formed, and so on and so forth. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for staying this long, and I really appreciate it. If you guys have any other comments about the games so if you have any comments or any questions about the items that I showed you, just leave that in the comments below. So as your positive and negative commentaries, definitely will use those to make my channel even better. And your subscription, guys, that would definitely help me make me want to make more videos for you. So until next time, we will definitely keep this game pickup going. We will be making episode 5 of game pickup pretty soon, and I will let you guys know as soon as I drop that video. All right, I'll see you in the next.